everybody, welcome back to Meals with Marcia. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a recipe called pumpkin bread. I'm excited to show you this, so let's get started. One thing is, I'm not a huge pumpkin fan, okay? Fall is by far my favorite time of the year. Thanksgiving's my favorite holiday. I'm just not a huge pumpkin fan. I know everybody goes crazy, pumpkin spice, everything. But my husband loves pumpkin, and my co-workers love pumpkin, and Caitlin, one of my co-workers, she had come and she was like, I really want to make some pumpkin bread. Can you look at this recipe and see what you think? So I looked at it and I simplified it just a little bit for her. But I'm going to actually make it today for the first time, excuse me, to share with y'all, and she's going to make it too. I can't wait to see how it turns out for both of us. But anyway, here we go. All right, the first thing you need is 2 separate bowls because you're going to have to whisk together your dry ingredients, and then you're going to have to put it all together and mix your wet. So we need 2 cups of self-rising flour, and I have that here, and I always just use White Lily unbleached is what I use, but you use whatever works best for you. And then 1 cup of granulated sugar, and then I need 1 teaspoon of the pumpkin pie spice. That's what I have here. I love to smell all the smells of fall. I just, I mean, I can eat pumpkin. I'll eat pumpkin pie, and I've made pumpkin roll, and I'll eat that a little bit, but I just like the pumpkin pie spice latte. I don't care for that stuff. But all the girls at work do. They love it. They think it's great. So maybe they'll like this bread. And I know my husband will because he's a huge pumpkin fan. And he loves me to make pumpkin roll. And I hope to do a video on pumpkin rolls this year. It is it's a little bit more of a difficult recipe to do. But anyway, I just want to whisk all this together so it gets combined. And I always make a mess. I probably should have put an apron on since I'm working with flour because I'm awful. But you know me, messy cook. All right, I'm going to set that aside. Now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to put our wet ingredients in. I need my spoon. What I did with it, there it is. All right, let's put our pumpkin in. Get all that little bite out there. That's 1 cup of pumpkin and a 1/2 stick of melted butter, 1/2 cup of milk, and 2 eggs. I didn't call for any vanilla, but I always usually put vanilla in my stuff. Maybe I should get some for just good measure. What do you think? And I usually, when I'm going to cook, bake anything, I usually whisk my eggs together first. So I'm going to kind of do that, just kind of break them up, whisk them together a little bit. That in there. And I think I will do just a little bit of vanilla. I always like to put vanilla when I'm baking bread. Hang on 1 second. Alright, now y'all know me, I'm a cheap, easy girl. I always do the imitation vanilla. If you want the real stuff, you go right ahead. I'm just going to do like a little capful. That's probably close to a teaspoon. Not going to hurt anything. Alright, let's get this going. And I'm using my hand mixer today, guys. I didn't get my stand mixer out because I thought this would go pretty quick. But I'm just going to kind of mix this together, like so. Just kind of get it well combined. And with a stand mixer, it's so nice because it does the work and you just kind of have both hands to do whatever. But like I said, I'm just going to do this real quick and yeah, I can just make it work this way. Like I said, the pumpkin smells so good. Let me get me another spoon out. Let's see if I can get this big one. I'm just going to add part of this, and then I'll mix, and then I'll add again. Yeah, there we go. This little hand mixer is a KitchenAid, like my stand mixer, and it came from my mother-in-law's house. When she passed, she had a ton of kitchen gadgets. I've talked about that before. She's been gone for 2 years. We miss her. She always loved to come over to the house and eat, and she cooked, for a while, but there at the end she didn't cook as much. But she had every kitchen gadget known to man, I'm telling y'all. When my father-in-law was alive, he had every kitchen gadget known to man. They had every small appliance known to man. You couldn't even see their countertops because they had so many things on their countertop. Small appliances, it was crazy. But they just like buying little things like that. And he liked to can and stuff. And she didn't really like to can, but she liked to cook. I'm gonna move this over out of the way. But anyway, she had a lot of kitchen gadgets. And I'm still trying to perfect buttermilk pie. I've got a recipe for buttermilk pie. But she had one in an old cookbook, and she'd make it every year at Thanksgiving, and it was delicious. And I don't know where that cookbook's at. I can't find it. And I don't know what her recipe was, and I wish that I had asked her before she passed about that buttermilk pie, but I didn't. And I've searched and searched the internet, and I just can't find it. So if any of you guys have a good buttermilk pie recipe, share it, guys, on my YouTube channel in my comments. Let me know, and I'll be glad to do it, and I'll be glad to put it on here because I really love buttermilk pie, but I just can't find a good one. So you just want to make sure this is good. You're not going to mix it too hard because this is bread, so that's probably good right there. So let me get this. I'm going to scrape the sides down, and I'm going to do just a little bit more. This is really easy. I did a banana nut bread recipe as well. I've been making it for years. This is the first time making the pumpkin bread. But guys, that banana nut bread, if you're wanting to learn how to bake and you're just starting, it is perfect for that. And I believe this one's going to be the same way. All right, let's see if I can get this out. Okay. And I don't want to lick these beaters because I'm not a crazy pumpkin fan, so I'm just going to put these over in the sink. Now, if this was cream cheese icing or anything like that, I'd be eating that. Okay, now this is optional. It says to stir in a ½ a cup of chopped pecans. Not everybody likes nuts. We are nuts around here, so we love nuts. I just want to make sure some of these are broken up. They're kind of, I don't know, I think they're all right. I'll crush them on my hands a little bit because you want a crunch, but you don't want it to overpower. Yeah. Actually, the original recipe called for a cup, and I thought that was a little excessive because most people want to taste that pumpkin in there. They don't really want the crunch, but I love nuts. I love the pecans. I'm going to stir this around. And that looks great, guys. The color is beautiful. I'm excited to see what it's like when it bakes. I'm going to show you up close. Now, I'm going to take my good old trusty loaf pan here. I've had it for, I don't know, a million years, seems like. And I'm going to butter it really good. This is key, guys, in making any kind of bread. When I do my banana nut bread, I do this. It's kind of a mess, but you just take that soft butter and you butter it really, really good around the edges and at the bottom because you do not want this bread to stick. You've worked to get this. You want something fresh and homemade and smell the house up good. You don't want it to stick, so make sure you butter it really, really well. Now, you can spray it with cooking spray if you want to, any kind. And they even have the cooking spray that has the flour in it, so it sprays it and it flours it at the same time. That's good, but I don't know, it's just something about baking it without butter is what I love. But you do you do what works best for you guys. You know, I always, when I'm cooking, I want you to enjoy my videos, but put your own spin on it. If it's something you don't like that I do, or, you know, change it up and make it the way you would like. These are just suggestions, you know. Get in your kitchen and create your own stuff. I think it's amazing. That's why I enjoy doing this. And I enjoy seeing other people spin on things. I follow several other women on YouTube and Facebook because I like to see what they do and get new ideas and stuff, because we're all just here to help each other and enjoy life. And cooking is very therapeutic to me. I love it so much, and I love to share with y'all and you know, hope y'all try these things. It's great. Let's see here. I think I got that. Now I've got a mess on my hands. Let me see if I can use my trusty towel here just to wipe it off enough to get that in there. That looks like a lot of batter. Like I said, first time making it. I don't know. I may have to get 2 loaves out, but I guess we'll see. Maybe it'll hold it all. Yeah, I think it's going to. Yeah, I believe it will. It's going to rise up a little, but I think it'll be fine. Now this bowl, my son-in-law Joshua found this bowl for me. If you go online, guys, these are the Pyrex vintage bowls. That's the only one I have. My mama had some and she got rid of them years ago. not knowing, I guess they would be worth something later. But they're sturdy, man. You can cook with them. You can put them in the microwave. You know, there's just all kinds of things you can do with these Pyrex bowls. And they're sturdy, and they last forever. And I'm loving that one. And he found it at some kind of estate sale. He found it, and he bought it for me for Mother's Day. And it was a wonderful gift because I love getting things like that. Now, let me see. I need to get that off the edge there. Baking that up on the edge. All right, yeah, this fits perfect in this loaf pan, guys. This is what it looks like. And I'm going to put this in a 350-degree oven for 55 to 60 minutes, is what it says. So I'll check it in 55 minutes, and then I'll, see if it's done. If not, I'm just going to keep adding a couple minutes to it till it gets right. But when I'm done, I'm going to come back. I'm going to turn this thing out, and we're going to taste it together for the very first time. I'll be back in just a few minutes, okay? Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Okay, I have cooked my pumpkin bread for 65 minutes. That is 1 hour and 5 minutes. I checked it at 55 and I stuck a toothpick in it and it didn't come out clean. So I did it for 4 more minutes, checked it again, and I did it for 6 more minutes, and it looks perfect. Okay, I've been letting it sit here, I don't know, about 10 minutes. So it's warm, but it's not so hot that I can't pick it up. So I'm gonna try to turn it out on this thing. And what I usually do, I buttered it really good so it shouldn't stick, but I always take my little bread knife that I got from Pamper Chef and just kind of go around. It looks like it's going to release really easy. I do my banana nut bread this way too, but yeah, I think it's going to be fine. So here we go. Ooh, it did. There it is. It's all steamy. Okay. Now I'm just going to let it sit on this, and I'm going to let it cool. And it looks kind of rustic, and that's okay. This is, like I said, a great recipe to try if you're just wanting to learn how to bake bread, because other stuff is a little bit more difficult, but the banana nut bread is the same way. I'm going to try to cut the end off. Like I said, not a huge pumpkin fan, but this smells great, so I'm going to try it. See what I think. I'm just going to cut this little end off, little end cap off, and when it cools, it's going to cut a lot easier than this, guys. It's just because I just took it out of the oven. But that looks amazing on the inside. And I'm going to put a little butter on that. And like I said, I'm going to let it cool before I cut any more of it, and I'll wrap it and take it to work. I think I'm going to save some for my husband too, because he likes that. I'm going to put a little butter, a little pat of butter on mine, let it melt, because I like butter. My butter is normally at room temperature, but I had just put a new stick in here because I've been cooking this morning with some other stuff. So let's see what that'll do. And I'm going to try a little bite of it just for y'all, okay? Yeah, let me melt that on just a little bit. Like I said, it's not going to fall apart when it cools. It's falling apart right now because I cut it before it's cooled. Here we go. Oh, let me get me a piece of that pecan. That's my favorite. I love the pecans. It's actually rather tasty. So, maybe I like pumpkin better than I thought, right? But yeah, that's delicious, guys. Quick, easy. Takes a little while to cook it, but it's really easy to put together. Oh yeah. Now this is great. So, maybe I should explore more pumpkin things, but that whole pumpkin latte creamer, I don't like that. I don't like any of that. So maybe I just like the pumpkin and the more savory type stuff, maybe like breads, pies, and stuff like that. Let me try this again. Oh yeah, that's yummy. Very good. Maybe a glass of milk with that. While it's still warm. That would be great. Guys, if you enjoyed this, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Meals with Marcia. And don't forget that in the description, everything you're going to need and how to make this recipe is going to be in there for you. And God bless, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.